Hello, we have a quick HIT style workout plan for today. There's going to be 5 rounds in total. Each one will build onto. So the first round will be only one exercise, and then each one will build until we hit all 5 exercises. For the most part, we're going to be on the floor, so make sure you have a mat, towel, or blanket. But we will hop up onto our feet towards the end, and our warm-up will be all on our feet as well. So if you have a mat, towel, or blanket, let's lay it out. We're going to go the length of the whole mat, and we'll get started. There's also a chat bar on the side, so if you want to let me know where you're watching from today, that'd be great. But let's get started with a warm-up. So a couple of shoulder rolls to the back. Loosen up your neck, back, shoulders. And then when you're ready, let's start to put our hands on our hips and start to engage your core. So what I mean by that, draw your belly button in, pretend you're sucking in a straw. You're holding that tension in your core, but relaxing your shoulders and letting air come in and out throughout your lungs. When you're ready, hands are on our hips. We have a heel-to-toe walk. So pretend you're walking down an invisible line, heel to toe, heel to toe. While you're doing this, you can look down at your feet for support or straight on up for a little bit more balance. It's about 8 steps forward or the length of your mat, and then we reverse it, heel to toe to the back. Same idea, it might be a little bit better for this one to look down at your feet, but for more core stability, let's look straight ahead. Once you reach the end of your mat, feel free to shake out your legs. We're going to keep moving forward for this next one. So I'm going to do my right knee up towards my chest. Give it a big hug. Stretching out those hip flexors, quads, your bottom. And as you lower that foot down, let's take a step forward. Now moving on to the other leg. Draw that knee up towards your chest. And then same thing, lower it down, take a step forward. One more on each leg. Last one. Nice job. Warming up our hip flexors now. We're going to keep that moving pattern down our mat. We're going to start with the first one where we're going to bring our knee up in line with our hip and then a big round circle. Create that circle around and then same idea, stepping forward. 2 on each leg. Once again, knee comes up, around, and forward. Other leg, up, around, and forward. 2 more. While you're doing this, that core is still nice and tight. So hold that balance. And then we'll take a little stretch break, shake break at the end of our mat. Reversing this now, last one moving. We're starting on our side. Bring it right in so your knees in line with your hip and then lower down. Once again, 2 on each leg. Get those shoulders back, core engaged. Out, center, lower, out, center, lower. 2 more. Last one. And then let's meet in the middle of our mat where we'll stand shoulder width apart right here. Starting with some squats. So push your bottom back like you're sitting in an invisible chair. Bring those arms in the front. Scoop up the air and then bring them up overhead. Big scoop in that squat. Big stand up top. Let's go for 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Stands all the way up. Let's bring our palms so they're facing the floor. We have soft knees. Our feet haven't moved. Let's bring opposite sides together. So opposite hand and knee. Twist to big stand. Other side. Twist to big stand. You got it. Little squat as you reach down to that stand. You got 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Keep those arms where they're at. Palms are facing the floor. Big squeeze with our chest. One arm is now leaning on top of the other, and then take it out to that big T. Flipping it now. Other arm is on top, and then take it out to a T. You got this. Big squeeze with our chest, and then big squeeze with those shoulders. 3 more. 1 more. Each arm leaning on top. Last one. Bring them out to the side, lower them down. Feel free to add a little shoulder roll. Start to bring those feet a little bit more narrow here. And we're just going to get into a nice light march. So we're building that knee up so it's higher than that hip bone. Engaging that core just like we've done from the beginning. Keeping that knee high, shoulders down and back. When you find a nice tempo, when one knee comes up, arms come up as well. March to reach. March to reach. You got this. Keep that knee high. Let's go for 3, 2, and 1. Keep those arms moving, step to the side, and then step to the other side. Now, if you like this pace, you'll just keep stepping side to side. If you feel like you need a little bit more from this warm-up, we're gonna have jumps. We got our side, side, with the option right here to jump. Side, side, option to jump. If you're jumping along with me, we got 3 more jumps. Otherwise, keep those side to sides. The last big one, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Relax those arms, shoulders, and let's get our weight down to the floor. So once again, 5 rounds. The first round, just 1 exercise, second 2, and it goes forward. But we're gonna start on the ground. This first exercise you're gonna be doing 5 times. So lots of practice with this one. 30 seconds on an exercise. So to set ourselves up, feet are wider than our hips, and we're lowered all the way down to the floor. Arms are up overhead, and arms are wider than our shoulders overhead. On a deep exhale, reach up to the floor, other side, hand and foot to the floor. Think about exhale, reach, inhale, floor. If you feel like this is too much tension on your low back, bend that knee, come elbow to knee. Same idea, drawing knee to elbow, or keep it long, hand to foot, hand to foot. You got 2 more. Reach, and reach. That's round 1 already. Draw those knees into your chest, and then roll up to a seated position. Starting round 2 right here. We got feet, knees, and shoulders all in line. Find a nice straight, flat back. From here, start to engage that core and recline yourself, just like if you were in a recliner. So now you're in a V shape. You can already feel your core working before we even begin. Shoulders down and back with the air in your lungs. Let's clap those hands together. And then we twist. Look to the floor, up to the ceiling, twist to the floor, up to the ceiling. The whole time your shoulders are drawn back. Feeling the air in your lungs. Twist, up, twist, up. If at any point you need to reset yourself, just come up to that seated position and then find that incline again. We got 10 more seconds. Reach, reach. Last one on each side. Sit it all the way up, and then we're going down to the floor. Same setup, feet are wider than your hips. We're flat on the floor, arms are up overhead, wider than our shoulders. On an exhale, reach, hands to foot, and then other side, hands to foot. Those starfish crunches. You always have the option to come elbow to knee as well. Reach, reach. Let's make sure that upper body's working as hard as that lower body. They're meeting in the middle. Don't let that leg do more work than that arm. Let's go for 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Draw those knees into your chest. Roll up to seated position, and now we're flipping over. Round 3 right here. Moving quickly. Mountain climbers will be next. So to set this one up, wrists and shoulders are right in line. And when we come out to a high plank, let's keep our feet narrow. So they're a little bit less than your hip width apart, but 1 foot at a time. Find that high plank right here, looking straight ahead. Find a flat back, tuck those heels. When you're ready, just like we did at the beginning of class, march, march. We're holding that plank as we draw that knee up higher than that hip bone. March, march. Maintaining that plank, looking straight ahead. Focus on that breath. Exhale, bring that knee up. Find that plank. You got it. 3, 2, and 1. Find a plank. Tuck those knees. And we're flipping all the way over to our seated position. Russian twist. You know these. We got feet, knees, and shoulders all in line. Find a flat back. Shoulder roll back. Get that core engaged. Before we even begin, we incline like a recliner. We find that V shape. Feel that core already working. Clap those hands together and let's twist. Twist. Deep breath as you look and reach to the floor. Amazing job so far. You guys got this. Twist. Twist. Give me 3 more. 3, 2, And one. Sit it all the way up, down to the floor. Starfishes. If you haven't noticed, each time we do a starfish, we finish a round. After these, we're on round 4 already. 4 out of 5. Feet wider than our hips. Arms overhead. Deep exhale, we reach. Hands to foot. Other side, we reach. Hands to foot, you got it. Reach. Reach. Once again, let that upper body and lower body meet in the middle. Don't lower. Reach. Reach, you got this. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Draw those knees in your chest. Roll up to a seated position. And from here, we're flipping right on over. Round 4 out of 5. So this next one's very similar to that mountain climber, but we're going to mix it up a little bit as we work our way to our feet. So same setup, wrists and shoulders right in line. And as our feet come out, they're a little bit more wider, so about shoulder width apart, as we find a high plank right here. Find that plank, tuck those heels. From here, we step or jump wider than our mat, wider than our hips, as we find a squat here. It's a sumo squat. Lift your head, lift your chest, stand it all the way back up. So we'll reverse this. We got our sumo squat. Drop those hands to the floor. Step or jump out to a plank. That's a burpee. We're going to keep it moving. Step, step. Lift your head, lift your chest. Stand it all the way up. Keep it moving. Floor. Feet, feet. Out to the side, out to the side. Lift your head, lift your chest. You got 2 more. Finishing on the floor. Squat. Plank. Squat. Stand, finish on the floor right here. Squat. Out to plank. Once you find that plank, tuck those knees. Take a moment here. Stretch it out. Maybe rock side to side. We're going to hang out face down for mountain climbers coming up next. For the mountain climbers, you can keep that tempo of the marches or feel free to go full speed. Totally up to you, whatever you need today. But we have wrists and shoulders right in line. Find that more narrow stance of that high plank. Once you find that high plank, we march knee to chest, knee to chest. Once again, it's whatever pace you want right here. Finding a nice steady tempo, definitely ideal. If you need a little bit more cardio today, you can pick up the pace. Just make sure we're maintaining that plank the whole way through. Keep it moving. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Find a plank. Tuck those knees. 1 minute remaining until our final round of the day. We got right feet, knees and shoulders all in line. Find that nice neutral back. When you're ready, let's incline. Tuck those hands, and we twist. Twist. Shoulders stay back. Let the air in your lungs. Make sure we're looking at the floor each twist. You got this. Support that back. Engage that core. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sit it all the way up. You know what's next. Starfish crunches. That means we're finishing round 4 right here. Feet are wider than our hips. Arms are up overhead. I'm going to switch this one up. So you have the option to continue that pace. Reach, floor, reach, floor. If you want to mix it up and follow along with me, we got 2 on each leg. So the first one, hands to foot, opposite sides, lower down. Another one, reach to floor. Switch it. 2, 1, switch. 2, 1. You got this. Keeping that same tempo. Exhale, reach. Exhale, reach. To challenge yourself even more with this one, don't let that foot and arm touch the floor after that first rep. Keep that core and upper body engaged. 2, 1. Last 3. 2, 1. Keep it moving. Last one on each side. 2, and 1. Grab those knees. Start to roll up to a seated position. This next one, we're going straight up to a full stand. Last round of the day. You know, everything that's coming. Let's catch our breath here a little bit. Start to open up your shoulders, just like we did at the beginning of class. We got some squats right here. So we're going to start shoulder width apart. 4 light taps, so it's nice and quick, and then we're gonna get into a deep squat. When you're doing this, really push your bottom back. Make sure those knees don't go over those toes. If they are, you gotta push that bottom back a little bit farther. Let's keep our shoulders wide. Hands can be on your hips, they can even be overhead, whatever feels best for you. But once again, shoulder width apart. Let's start. 4, 3, 2, 1, and squat. And then add some little bit more pace to that. 4, 3, 2, 1, big squat. 4, 3, 2, 1, big squat. Once you get the tempo, feel free to add some arms in this. Maybe we're bringing it out front. Maybe we're just curling them up. 4, 3, 2, 1, big squat. Last round of the day. Best effort here. Keep it moving. 3, 2, and 1. Shake out those legs. We're now going to pivot to the side. So once again, if you have a mat, your feet are going to be wider than the mat, wider than your hips for a sumo squat. Same idea as those squats. Shoulder roll back, keep that core engaged. Push that bottom back. We're reversing that burpee that we started on the floor. Sitting down into the squat, lower your hands down to the floor. Step or jump out to a plank. Step or jump back to that sumo squat. Lift your head, lift your chest. Keep it moving, squat. Out to plank. Back to sumo squat, lift your head. 2 more, finishing on the floor. You can always add a jump in between. Last round, squat to plank, squat to stand, and you're right here, squat. Take it out to plank, hold that plank for a moment, and then tuck those knees. Feel free to kind of stretch this out, maybe rock side to side. Mountain climbers are next. Once again, wrists and shoulders are right in line. Your feet, when they come out, they're a little bit more narrow than those hips. Find that plank position first, looking straight ahead. When you're ready, we march, march, driving that knee higher than that hip bone, maintaining that plank. Feel free to add some speed in there if you need a little bit more cardio. Either way, hold the pace you start with. Reach, reach. You got this, keep it up, we got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Find that plank, take it down to your knees. And you kind of stretch your feet here. Maybe you kind of get into a child pose. Maybe just some wrist rolls, shoulder rolls. We got 1 minute left of class. We'll do a quick little cool down. And then you'll be back to your regular scheduled program of your day. We got feet, knees, and shoulders right in line. Find a flat back right here. Once again, shoulder roll, engage that core. Incline. Clap those hands and let's start twisting. Twist. Twist. Once again, we're looking each time to the floor. Twist. Twist. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Send it all the way up. Last exercise of the day. Once again, those starfish crunches. You've done them 4 times, about to be 5 times now. Feet are wider than your hips. Bring yourself down to the floor. Arms are up overhead. It's your choice. Either 1 rep on each side or that 2 count. Let's go. 2, 1. Switch it up. 2, 1. Once again, upper body and lower body working together to meet in the middle. Don't let one side do all the work. Once again, you have that option to not let that foot touch the floor and arm between reps. But let's end it right here. 3. Last 2. Last 1. Nicely done. When you're done, grab those knees, bring them into your chest. Relax into the floor. Feel free to rock side to side, massage that low back. Beautifully done. Let's keep those deep breaths, breathing in through our nose, out through our mouth. Let's keep our left knee towards our chest. Extend that right leg. Deep exhale as you lower it all the way to the floor. Keep the tension on that left knee up towards your chest. Keeping those deep breaths coming. Let's take our right arm and bring it out to the side. Just like a T, And then take that left knee off to the side, opening up our hip flexor. Very similar to when we did those hip openers or those circles. And the same idea, just holding that stretch right here. Think about relaxing into the floor, keeping those deep breaths coming. Let's bring that knee back up to center. Grab that right knee, give them one more big hug. Right knee will now stay towards our chest. Extend that left leg. Exhale, lower it all the way to the floor. Keep that tension on that right knee. Taking that left arm out to the side in a T, and then bringing that right knee to the side, opening up that hip flexor again. Bring that right knee back to center. Grab that left one more time. Let's make sure our knees and our feet stay together as we lower these to the floor. They're about a palm and a half away from your bottom. Once again, feet and knees are together. Now both hands are coming out to the side to create a T. On an exhale, keeping our knees and feet together and our shoulder blades anchored to the floor. Exhale, lower them to the right side. You should be feeling this stretch throughout your back, specifically the low back. We keep our knee and our feet together, and more than likely your knees won't be touching the floor. Just kind of relax into the stretch to what feels best. And then on an inhale, bring those knees back up to center. Just reset yourself here, make sure feet and knees are together, shoulder blades are on the floor, and then exhale, bring those off to the right side now. On an inhale, bring those knees one more time up to the top, up to your chest, and then roll up to a seated position. From here, we're going to end in a little bit of a butterfly stretch. So start with your feet together, and we got our knees out to the side. Start by drawing those feet inwards towards your body. So kind of relaxing into this stretch. If you're able to forward fold, you can. You can press those elbows into your knees. Otherwise, just kind of sit straight on up. And just try to focus on bringing those feet closer together to a comfortable position. Keeping those deep breaths coming in through your nose, out through your mouth. We're now going to keep our left leg where it's at, if not drawn in further, as we extend that right leg forward. And on a deep exhale, really nice stretch throughout your hamstrings, your calf. On an inhale, extend all the way. Sit all the way up and swap it out. We got right coming in, left coming out. Same idea. Exhale, forward fold to those feet. And then on an inhale, let's sit all the way up. And now we're going to end the class with 3 deep breaths. So it's totally up to you, whatever position feels best. Maybe you're crossing your legs. Maybe you're kneeling. Or maybe you're standing or even sitting on a chair. I'll let you have a couple seconds just to get to that position. When you get there, let's just start with a couple shoulder rolls to the back. Once again, whatever feels best for you, just to kind of relax in. We're just going to focus on our upper body and our breath. Let's start to bring those palms by our hips, palms facing away. Inhale, rise up with those hands, looking all the way up at the ceiling. And then exhale, lower those arms to your side, bringing chin to chest. 2 more. Inhale, rising all the way up. Exhale, lower those arms to your side, chin to chest. Last one. Deep inhale, rise up. Exhale, lower down to your side, chin to chest. Bring your head back to neutral. Add some shoulder rolls if you need it. Beautifully done today. Thank you for joining me. If you have any comments, suggestions, please leave them in the box. And I hope to see you soon. Thank you.